The items in The Legend of Zelda are very important, from bows to freaking wands. There are many kinds of items and tools you can use in Zelda, and today I will give you the top 5 Zelda items ever. Number 5. The mole mitts from The Legend of Zelda the Minish Cap, they are killer. From design to animation is just nice to the eyes. When I was a kid, I was so impressed by them. You could just dig like a mole and explore even more. You will find all kinds of stuff, from hearts to treasure. You get the mole mitts in the Fortress of Winds, and they made a really cool mechanic with the boss. You had to destroy the hands first, and after that you needed to go to Minish form. Then go into the boss's head and just dig the fuck out of his brain. It's such a cool and creative way of using the mitts in a boss battle, and that's why it landed on number 5. It's a cool item and it's used in an interesting way, but you cannot do much interesting stuff after the dungeon. Number 4. In Wind Waker you get a Grapple Hook. And this thing is nice. The Grapple Hook is different from the hookshot, because it lets you swing from place to place instead of pulling you to your destination. And this makes it more realistic than the hookshot. I loved this tool as a kid. I felt like Batman, swinging around, going from place to place. It just gave an epic feel. The Grapple Hook is also used in a fun way when you fight the boss. You have to grab the dragon's tail and swing around for a while, and it will drop a huge stone on the boss to break the beast's protective armor when you let go. You get this item on Dragon Rouge Island. You use it quite a lot throughout the dungeon and also in the next dungeon. But after that you will never ever touch it again. Maybe a bit in between, but not very much, and that's a shame because it's a really fun and cool item. Number 3. Having a huge sword that crushes and totally destroys enemies is fun, right? Well, yeah. And that's the reason why the Big Goron Sword is on this list. The Big Goron Sword is just a two-handed sword, which you can get in The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. You get it by doing a side quest, which starts at Death Mountain. And when you're finally done with the quest chain, it's so rewarding. Quest takes a while to do, but you get one epic sword from it. The sword does a lot of damage, but its defense isn't really good. But what the heck, it's a two-hander, just slice your way through, who cares? If I could choose between a one-hander or a two-hander, definitely a two-hander. Number 2. Majoras Mask is one of my favorite Zelda games ever, and it's partly because of the masks. They are so beautifully designed, and so much different uses for them. Now of course, the transformation masks are the most fun, because you are a completely different being with weird new skill sets. But the normal masks have 9 out of 10 times a fun side quest you can do. And some masks are really cool to use, like the Mask of Truth. It will give you some extra dialogue and characters, like the dog in Clocktown. You can read the dog's mind. Awesome! Number 1. We finally have come to this point. The number 1. We all know the Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess, right? Well, then you can remember the Hawkeye mask. It's a dull, old, boring mask on its own. You can't do anything with it actually, just some sort of fucking binoculars. But when you combine it with a bow, oh, pure magic is born. The bow turns in some sort of sniper, which is super handy and cool. You can just snipe people from yards away. You can buy the Hawkeye at Malomart in Kakariko Village for 100 rupees. That's not very expensive for what you get. You can also combo your bow with bombs, which is cool too, but not as cool as the sniper. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was my top 5 Zelda items. Tell me what items you liked in the game. Comment them down below, and don't forget to check out my other videos.